Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ed's Orchids. Now this is quite an unusual video for me and quite unusual plants for me, and I don't know exactly what to do with them. I came across these from somebody who was packing up orchids, and these haven't been looked after for a long time, I don't think. And what we have here is, I think the first one is Dendrobium crhysotoxum. No, it's not. This is a densiflorum. You can tell the densiflorum because the bulbs on them are virtually square. That's a sure sign of densiflorum. And I think this is a crhysotoxum with the large, thick pseudobulbs. Anyhow, what am I going to do with them? I've just got to take them out of the pots one by one and see what we're left with. We might be left with nothing, we might be finished with no plants, but I think there's one or two little new growths on the densiflorum. There's nothing on the crhysotoxum. So I think we'll take that out of its pot the first. Well, presuming I can get this out of its pot, it looks like it's been in here for a number of years, so we'll have to grab hold tight and see what happens. Absolutely nothing. So how do I get it out without cutting the pot? No idea. I'll just move a few rotten stuff off the surface. It's just full of moss. Well, not the moss I planted in, just moss that's grown over the years on top. So how do I get this off? Oh. Here it is. We've got a bit of movement there. Yep, it's coming. Good. Good. Oh, it's not coming so much. We'll just have to force this out. That's the only thing to do. Let's see what we've got left with. It's stuck on this side for some reason. Oh, I couldn't do with sorting many of these plants out, but they're all Southeast Asian plants, and they like it warm. They do like it warm. And the things that they don't like in our winter months, they don't like watering. So you have to, in winter, you have to not water these, well, virtually not water these, if you know what I mean, and definitely no fertiliser. What you do, once they start growing come spring, then you start watering and fertilising again when you see new growth. Wow. Look at the state of that. I'll get the camera then and can show you properly. Just look at the state of that. Just trying to get a... Oh. Even the wood's rotten. Well, I'm not going to leave the camera on this. I'm just trying to clean it up and come back to you. See if there's anything worth saving. Well, I've been at it 10 minutes and I've hardly moved anything. Everything's just absolutely rock hard. So I just don't know what to do with it. I mean, I just can't carry on just poking and poking and poking bits out. or else I'll be here all day. But what am I going to do? I don't want to soak it in water, because I think it's been in the pot that long, it's not going to make any difference. So I'll just have to carry on and come back to you. Well, I found that the only way to get into this is digging it with a screwdriver and trying to force it open. Oh dear. Just can't shift it. I'm breaking a lot of roots, but I can't be helped, it has to be repotted. Oh dear me. Yeah, I'm getting too old for this heavy work. There are all good roots on here as well. So, we'll carry on digging. I mean, I've had some hard pots in my life, but never one like this. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to switch off and then I'll come back to you. Well, I'm halfway through it now, I think, or a quarter way through it. And we've got one or two little wood lice in. But these are supposed to be epiphytes, or lithophyites, or whatever they call them. But this is absolutely rock hard. So I don't think I'll be able to do anything with these. It's ridiculous. Look at it. Oh well. Look at the moss on it and everything. Anyhow, we'll just carry on and see how we get. Well, I'm coming to the end of all I'm doing for this one, and this is all the stuff I've taken out. All big, thick, horrible pieces of stuff. Horrible. And this one, I've chopped all this off. They're all dead roots then from somewhere. But and this pile of rubbish must be at least 6 inches deep. Horrible. Look at it. Oh, so I'm glad that's over with. So I'm going to show you what I'm left with. I'll just turn round. I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4 pseudobulbs, 6 leaves. Just sprayed them all with a bit of fungus killer, and this is what this at the bottom. Most of these are dead, but I'm just hoping there is one with a green tip, so that should be alright. This one, not quite sure. But I'll plant them all together, and this time, with them being lithotypes, I'm going to put them in lava rock and see how they go. There's nothing else I can do. Well, I've decided to plant them separately in 2 different sized pots, and I'm just going to put them in lava rock, that's all. So we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting anything to happen. I'm just expecting these just to wither for the next 12 months, and then they'll give up the ghost. But we'll do our best with them and see what we can do. So I'll just pot them up, and I'll show you when they're potted. Well, I've potted one of the pieces up, and I can't do any more to this. And as I said before, if anything happens, it'll be fine. I've put a nice thick piece of stick in there to hold it. It is now as solid as a rock. And there's the lava rock I've put it in. You can see 1 or 2 what looks like decent roots. Whether they are or not, I don't know. But we should find out in, well, quite soon if these are growing. and if they are growing I will definitely show you the progress of the plant. Well, I've got them both planted up now in lava rock, and I've decided to give them the same size of pot, and there's the roots on that one. I hope will start growing. Very few on these, but there's one just showing there at the back. Well, these have taken some time. Leaves are nice on this one. I've given them all a spray with fungicide, so we'll just put these on one side. I'll take them in the house where it's nice and warm, and give them plenty of light, and we'll see how they go on. And I'm not going to feed them today. I'm just going to let them get used to a bit of air. They've never had any for months, maybe years. So thanks very much for watching. Hope it hasn't bored you too much. And until tomorrow where I do the other one, I'll see you later. Bye.